Hey everybody, welcome back to Mike Deuce's Marvel Card Grading Discovery. This is Season 5 and we're having the overall year in review from 2025 and going back to the November I started in 2024, my new YouTube channel. So I started off wanting to grade my 1994 Marvel Universe cards, the chase cards of the set, the premium cards such as these Power Blast here on the left, and the suspended animation on the right, followed by the holograms. I went to get all of these graded, and let's go through them. I was hoping to get a Gem Mint 10 for some big money value, but we'll see what the learning process was here because I was new to card grading. So this is the first card I sent in. I sent some of these in batches with the Power Blast cards. This is the Carnage Power Blast, and as you can see, they did not grade this one, and they did not encapsulate it. So this is Carnage #1 Power Blast, and it's a miscut. So this is actually more valuable, some people say, than a non-miscut, so they would not grade this one. You can see the bottom there is a little off-center there and crooked there, so they did not grade this one. So I'll send that in maybe for authentication from Beckett or something like that. This is #2 Punisher Power Blast. This got an excellent 5 grade. Not too bad for an old card, but I was hoping to start getting higher grades. And this one was excellent to mint 6 for Ghost Rider, #3. Then we had a near mint 8 for Gambit. Very happy with that. That's pretty good for a 1994 31-year-old card. So very cool. I opened these back in the day. I was collecting them as a kid, and I tried to put them in penny sleeves and binders right away to preserve them. And here's a Hulk near mint 8. So that was a good grade as well. Not too shabby. And then going to Spider-Man, I was hoping for a higher one on this one, but we got a near mint 7. So these values are sometimes around 20 bucks for a 7 or 8 of these. If you get a 9 or a 10, of course you're looking at more money on those. Here's a near mint 7 of Iron Man. So you can see some of these are, if we go back to Gambit, you can see some of these are gold variations of the Power Blast. So you can see this foil here is more golden on the background. That's more akin to the printing process. Some of them were silver, some of them were gold. So there's variations you can collect to get the whole sets of all the gold ones. This one's more of a mixture gold and silver, the Spider-Man there. And then the Iron Man is more of just a silver, I believe. You can see that there. And here's Cyclops for excellent 5. Poor grade on that one. And some of these are due to the manufacturing process back in the early 90s was not as good as the current manufacturing process usually. Here's a gold thing. It is near mint 7. Very cool. Not a bad grade. Well, let's move on to the suspended animation and the holograms. So this is suspended animation #1, a Gambit. Move this out of the way here so I can show it better. This is an excellent mint 6 there, grade 6. Get it focused there for you. These are see-through, like cartoon cells for the shows, so they kind of went with those for a couple sets back in 1994 and 1995. Very cool. Here's Gambit. And we have Human Torch here, excellent 5 grade. These ones had some color bleeding over time. The plastic didn't hold its color very well. They were clear when they were first manufactured and printed. Here's an Invisible Woman, #3, excellent mint 6. So that's an excellent plus kinda. And we move on to #4, Iron Man. Some of these are $15, $20 with 7 and 8 grades. Even 6 grades I've seen them say. PSA estimate of $16 or something like that. Here's excellent 5 for Iron Man. And this is another miscut card from the manufacturing process. So if you look here, you can see on the back, I think what they're saying is the silver surface board was cut off here a little bit. And it should be a taller card, so they did not grade that one. But I will get it authenticated through Beckett. And you'll see here, I went to Beckett for some of the holograms at the end here. Here's an excellent plus Spider-Man suspended animation. You can see some yellowing on that. Still an excellent plus, not too bad. Would have liked to get more 7 and 8s on these. Here's a thing here. Excellent mint plus. Excellent, excellent plus kind. Excellent to mint 6. Here's Venom, a cool character. This is one of the more valuable ones because of the character. And we have War Machine here, another 6. And check this out. This was a pretty good one to get a 7 on. The Wolverine. I've seen this gem mint sell for $330 or so. And there's only one of them at Gem Mint last I checked when I was doing the grading for these. So I was hoping for that. That might have been my first suspended animation I sent in, not the Power Blast. And here's a couple base set cards I sent in that I really like. Here's a Wolverine. It got a near mint 7 grade, so very cool on that one. This uses a photographic type background with the animation, you know, comic book style art on the front there. And here's a regular base card of Venom. This one got a 7 as well. Now, I went over these in a recent video. I just got these back from Beckett. These are the 4 holograms. I have this entire set and all the chase cards. So I didn't want to get necessarily the entire base set graded. That would be a little too risky financially. And here's the Spider-Man. It got a 7.5. That is near mint plus. So that's a pretty good Beckett grade there. Very cool card. That's not bad for a 31-year-old card there. And this is centering was 8.5, corners 9.5, edges 9, surface 6.5. And this is cool, another upgrade in the grading here. An 8 for the Wolverine, my favorite character pretty much. Here's a near mint and mint plus. So this is near mint to mint, grade 8. Very cool. And here we had 7.5 on the centering, 9.5 on the corners, 9 on the edges, and 8 on the surface. You can see these just had a white background on them. And they told the number of the card at the bottom of the hologram there. You might be able to see Wolverine 204. And here is War Machine, I believe. Yes, War Machine here. This is 8.5. Look at that. Not a bad grade at all. My highest grade out of this entire set for getting these graded. So Beckett bumped these up to an 8.5 for these grades. The holograms were on better card stock, and I definitely took care of those as a kid, putting them in the sleeves right away. And look at this, another 8.5 for Silver Surfer. This is hologram 404, you can see in the numbering. And that completes the set. So that's near mint, mint plus, 8.5. Very cool. Well, folks, that's the overview of the 1994 Marvel Universe set that I got all the chase cards graded and a couple base cards graded. So I was pretty happy with those overall when the holograms ended up higher grades. Those are the main cards of the chase cards anyway. So let's get to the Gem Mint 10s I got throughout the year and a couple other key grades that turned out pretty good. And then after that, we'll get to part 3 of the video for the year in review of the return on investment of my eBay and whatnot sales. Okay, let's go.